some sound over here.
You are a part of the Ace and TJ radio family.
Go.
This is launch control.
Let's synchronize, shall we?
Ace, TJ, Riggins, Alexis, Tech D-Rob.
Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Let's go!
Live from the Calitrin Studios, this is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
Man.
Oh, yeah.
I can't contain myself because I have a little extra pep in my step this morning. I've a sense of relief, something that that has just been weighing upon me and hampering my life has been cleared up, and things are back as they should be.
Yes, TJ, what is that?
I figured out how to turn off that feature in my new earbuds that every time I touch them, it keeps talking to me and pausing and changing tracks and all that stuff.
Was it in the app?
Yeah, it was. And I had looked for it when I installed the application. But former intern Wiki Ryan, who's an attorney in Texas now, a slip and fall lawyer, sent me the link to how to turn that off within the app that I wasn't seeing.
So he listened to the podcast and was like, "Oh, here's how you do it." Boom.
Yeah.
Did he know this, or did he have to research this information on your behalf?
He sent me he researched. He sent a link to the YouTube section showing how to do it. And you know what? It only took me a couple of tries, and I got it. Because the video was on my phone.
Do you go to
YouTube? So I'm having to look at the screen and stop and then go back and get to the app and do each step like that. It took a good, I don't know, maybe 30 seconds or so. And I could have been doing something else.
Do you go to YouTube often, TJ, for stuff? Because I do it all the time. Like all kinds of stuff. I've gone to YouTube to find out how it works or how to do it.
Not a lot, because I'm not a curious person.
Oh, okay.
I think I know everything I need to know at this point in my life.
Why learn something new?
Exactly.
What a stance to have.
I mean, hell, what am I? Am I 54 now?
Yeah. I love that. I know
It's just
pretty much
too
everything
much.
I need to know right now. I'm good.
It's just too much. And then everybody on YouTube that's teaching these things is a lot younger than I am. And you know my rule about I can't learn anything from young people.
Right.
Young people can't tell me anything.
Yeah. TJ doesn't believe that anybody younger than him can teach him anything.
Yeah. Now they could do it. They could do things that I can't do.
But they can't teach you.
But only in that area of,
Okay.
technology and whatnot. But yeah, I don't learn from young people.
So from a philosophical standpoint, however, they won't have a theory or an idea or a concept that they could share with you that you would think, I need to learn about that.
No.
Okay.
No.
Young people have very little to offer, TJ.
And that's why I always say, Ace, I don't know how you get in serious arguments with your young wife. I just wouldn't be able to do it.
Sometimes there's new stuff I need to know about.
No,
man.
I'm talking about when she's upset because you did something the wrong way or you're not driving right or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know how you take it seriously.
The driving thing I don't take seriously. I just get mad.
I mean, good Lord.
I get mad and intentionally don't do what she wants me to do. You gonna get over? Nope. Not now.
We're going the long way now.
So,
I was. We're just gonna blow through this light and keep going, friends.
yeah, so what is she? She's 23?
She's 31.
31. Yeah. Oh, so is there a difference?
It's not the news, it's more important. Now trending with Riggins on the Ace and TJ show.
Okay, so right now the top trending topic is Ariana Grande. She's got a new song out. It's called Yes and it's peppy. It's upbeat, and somebody said you're going to hear this in gay clubs. So whatever that means.
Unlike all the other Ariana Grande songs.
Yeah.
That you'd never hear at a gay club.
Just be happy there's something upbeat out there.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
not a lot of upbeat music these days.
The thing I know we can't play it, but it kind of sounds like Madonna's Vogue. That's the only thing it reminds me of.
Yeah.
But a lot of people seem to really like it, and she's the top trending topic at the moment.
What's the message in it? What's the song about?
Mind your business, I'll mind mine. Why do you care who's blank dealing with, and
Right.
say it with your chest, and mind your business, I'll mind mine. What you see on the internet, it's not always true, kind of thing.
Yeah, because I don't recall lately anybody being up in her business and all that.
Other than
She's,
this,
she's been kind of in the back seat.
This
Oh, the
whole-
guy. That's right. I
yeah.
forgot. She stole that woman's husband allegedly.
Yeah.
Allegedly, that ugly SpongeBob guy. I forgot about that.
That's him.
She needs to make a song about that. Something heartfelt about how she likes unattractive men.
I know you always say that, but I can't think of the unattractive guys she's dated other than Pete Davidson. Was there more?
Yeah, I think so.
Is Mac Miller attractive?
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know what. I always got him and Machine Gun Kelly mixed up.
Fair.
I didn't know the difference. But he had passed, right, Mac Miller?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought that. See,
She
I
has
keep up with stuff.
She has a history of goofy-looking dudes. I think is what.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But she also dated Big Sean, who you think?
Oh
yeah,
yeah, I think Big
yeah.
Sean. Yeah, that was the only good-looking guy she's ever dated. Is Big Sean. It's not really that big.
No, he's a little guy, I think. So she's the top trending topic at the moment. Jelly Roll was all over the news. One of TJ's favorite artists. He was speaking on Capitol Hill on Thursday, and he gave testimony about his experience with drugs and things like that, and spoke about the ongoing fentanyl problem that we have going on in the country. And he spoke for a few minutes and said, I can't vote. I'm legally not allowed to vote, so I'm the perfect guy to talk about this issue because I'm neither a Republican or a Democrat. I don't pay attention to any news, no political arguments. That's why I'm the perfect person to be discussing this. And he went up there under his real name, Mr. Jason DeFord.
Yeah, I thought it was
like Jelly
interesting.
Roll better.
Just before he went up there was a TikTok I saw of him yesterday. He's sitting there, and his wife Bunny is sitting directly behind him, and he just reaches his right hand back. She has her legs crossed, and he's just holding her foot with his hand. And he talked about how that settled him because he was so nervous to be there yesterday and so scared to be up speaking in front of Congress with what he was going to be talking about, because he talked about his time as a drug dealer. He said, I used to be a part of the problem. But it was a very sweet moment to see.
Yeah. He's a sweet guy, but
Yeah.
I wish he would stop being so nervous. He's been in the spotlight long enough now that he shouldn't be getting that nervous every time he sings in public, or I mean on TV and stuff like that. But he's talking about that fentanyl. Yeah. And since he doesn't keep up with the news, and he's not a political-minded person, then he didn't really get the message across as to what should happen to stop the fentanyl problem, or at least knock it in the head in the U.S. America, because he wouldn't know to say illegal immigration, illegal aliens, drug cartels bringing in all of the fentanyl that's killing so many people now.
And one of my questions in that case is, and I'm not knocking him because good for him if they ask him to come speak, but okay, so essentially he didn't offer a solution. He got up and said, hey guys, we got a real fentanyl problem. We know that. Yeah. Why are we wasting time talking about the fact that we have a problem? That's just dumb. You spend a whole day people talking about how big the problem is. The problem's huge. Do something.
Well, that's one thing he said though. He was not saying I've got any answers.
Right.
We come to you for answers, and I know Capitol Hill sometimes will get the information and then never do anything with it. Essentially, is what he said. He was kind of like he was there saying, "Y'all need to do something."
Yeah, well, we know that. Do something.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. If he would have called out the people responsible for having open borders right now and having the drug cartel take over the borders, then that would have had more impact on getting the problems.
Good for him. He's trying to do something positive to help out.
He's a really good guy.
Seems that way.
He didn't sound nervous either when he started talking. He seemed like he had a good idea of what he wanted to say.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did he cuss?
I don't know.
I don't know. How long did he speak?
The clip I saw was just a few minutes.
Okay. Well, that may be, somebody can check the records, but that may be the longest he's ever gone without. Yeah.
Yeah.
I told you what he said to the Make-A-Wish family when I was backstage with him.
Oh, God.
He's crying. I mean, he could not be more genuine about how he feels about people and people who are in rough situations and all that. And I don't know if it was Make-A-Wish, per se, but it was that type of a thing. And the little girl's family brought her back in the wheelchair, and he spent so much time with her. He actually couldn't when they left the little area, he walked out of the backstage party area thing that we were in, and just went away to cry for about 5 minutes.
Wow.
But as he got through talking to the family and all, and they were coming to take them to their seats and everything, he did say, "No, I'm serious. Let's get this done. Let's effing get it done."
Okay.
Got it.
Thank you, Mr. Roll.
Oh, and they were all crying. I mean, he's a super, super nice guy.
Love that. 21 Savage is also one of the top trending topics. He's got a new album out. It's called American Dream 2121. And then they also posted the new trailer for the final season of Curb Your Enthusiasm yesterday, and that's done a lot of numbers. People are very excited for that on HBO.
It is posted up there?
That's the way they're framing it. It's the last season ever. Okay. And then one final story. Gary Busey was out in Malibu, and paparazzi caught him. I don't know if you noticed anything unusual about that picture.
Yeah, he's exposed.
He's exposed, and apparently he just walked up on the side of a newsstand and began urinating in a bush in front of a lot of people on the sidewalk.
Oh,
Now he's 79 years old. He's got traumatic brain injuries, but he's been in a couple of incidents lately.
maybe he should be accompanied when he's out.
I don't know.
If you're 79 with traumatic brain injuries, just maybe you're urinating in public, just out on the sidewalk. Maybe somebody should be with you when you go places.
Ace, wasn't he in a plane crash when he was young?
Gary Busey?
Yeah.
Well, yes, as Buddy Holly.
I just remember Gary Busey being in a plane crash. But I thought he had passed.
No.
I had an unusual run-in with Gary Busey years ago. I think everybody that's ever encountered him has an unusual story about Gary Busey. But, I don't know. He's had a couple of hit and runs lately, or at least one that was well documented. But praying for Gary Busey. And those are a few things that are now trending.
Girls are mean. There's even a movie out today, Mean Girls. I mean, it's a remake of a movie from 20 years ago, but they're putting out a new version of it today.
It's a musical.
But man, there's a story that's gone viral on TikTok about a mom and her young daughter and a Christmas gift that she's being ridiculed for. And it's proof that the Stanley Cup phenomenon has gone way out of hand. Next.
Share Funny is now a little extra. The Extra Funny podcast coming up at 9 a.m. live on the Ace and TJ Family app and anytime wherever you get podcasts. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
When it comes to losing weight, sometimes you don't even know where to start. You know that it needs to happen, but you need some help. Well, you start by going to acetj.com/weight loss and ordering Calitrin. Calitrin is scientifically proven to help you lose weight, and it is not a drug. It is not a drug. Repeat that. So here's what you do. You go to acetj.com/Calitrin, order 3 months, and then you'll get 3 months free. 4 months free. That's how it works with Calitrin.
Hi, I'm Thomas Davis, and let me tell you why I'm a proud member of Team Neogenics.
If your nagging pain is keeping you from being active, do something about it. Join the long list of pros and average Joes who have found relief with our stem cell and regenerative therapies.
After trying out the others, I decided to try Neogenics. My knees and shoulders haven't felt this good since my college days. If you want to get back in the game, do what I did. Visit Neogenics, where all you have to lose is pain.
It's more than just a great room that makes the Hyatt-centric South Park Charlotte such a special hotel. It's the great restaurants, the great bar, the great meeting rooms, and a superior location. Make reservations and get details at acetj.com/Hyatt.
From the Calitrin Studios, Calitrin is the safe and effective way to lose weight. Find out more about Calitrin at acetj.com/weight loss. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
Mean Girls is a movie that came out in 2004. Then they made it a Broadway play. Today, there's a new movie out. The two big movies coming out today, Mean Girls 2024. There's a musical version of the movie and everything. And The Beekeeper with Jason Statham. And I think it looks awesome.
Yeah.
But Mean Girls got its name because everybody, you've known it for years, girls are mean to each other. Here's an example. A mom in Ohio took to TikTok to talk about how her daughter got teased regarding her Stanley tumbler. Well, here's exactly what the mom said.
This is the cup that we got our daughter for Christmas. This is not a Stanley. This is a $9.98 Walmart cup that she said she thought was cute. She is 9 years old. On the second day back to school after Christmas break, she comes home. She's just upset. Girls in her grade, she said 9, 10 of them all got Stanleys for Christmas. And they made sure to let her know that this is not a real Stanley, that this is fake and it's not as cool. She asks if she can have a real Stanley. Do I think that a 9-year-old needs a Stanley? No. Do I have one? Yes, I have one. That being said, before you come at me, if you're a mom, if you're a parent, and you can do something to keep your child from getting made fun of, to help fit in, you're gonna do it. So we went and bought her a 30-ounce Stanley. Can we afford to buy her a Stanley? Yes. Did I think that she needed one? No. Apparently I've been proven wrong by the children in our school that are making fun of her for not having a real name brand Stanley.
Ugg boots, Apple watches, designer clothes, now Stanley tumblers. They're 9 years old making fun of this little girl for not having a knockoff Stanley tumbler. But then mom goes out and, you know what? We'll go buy you one. I don't know if that's the right answer or not, but there they are. What are you, in the 3rd grade when you're 9?
9.
4th.
Yeah, 3rd or 4th?
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
But don't you think that now they're going to be relentless to her at school because her mom went viral whining about how they didn't like her daughter for not having a Stanley cup?
Well,
at my school, it would have been worse.
Yeah. Well, mom's not done. Mom's not done. Here's a little bit of part 2.
The kids. This starts with parents, with moms. What are we teaching our kids? You better believe that if our 9-year-old daughter came home and somehow we found out that she made fun of another girl at school for not having something name brand, whether it's a Stanley, Lululemon, Uggs, I don't care what it is. We would be calling the family. We would be making her write a note to apologize. We would make her apologize in person.
So she comes right out with another video that concludes, here's who's at fault. That these girls' parents are at fault. So now she's thrown off on the kids' moms. So I agree, TJ. If I'm the girl, I'm like, Mom, don't. What are you doing? Don't go out and say anything. Just leave it alone. It'll go away.
But I mean, that's been going on, and it doesn't matter whether the other kids are rich and they have a bunch of stuff or they don't. They're going to find something to pick on each other about. Now, I know that this type of thing is annoying. I think she is right that they aren't raised right if they do that kind of thing. Even at 9, they should know better than to do that sort of stuff.
I agree.
But the only thing to do to squelch it is to just overload your daughter with stuff that you know that the others can't afford.
Now go broke, making certain that your kids got everything and then some.
Send her to school with a Chanel backpack, the book bag, the whole thing. Limos to work, to school.
It's just fascinating that you hear that all the time. Like girls are mean, or like women are mean to each other in workplaces, that kind of stuff. But still, this girl, they're 9. They're 9 years old, and those kids are making fun of her because she's got a knockoff Stanley tumbler.
Yeah, and that's why the cool young adults now, the Gen Zers, are not interested in the Stanley mug anymore, because they said older women are into it and younger kids, and so that means it's not cool anymore.
Every Thursday night on the Ace and TJ Facebook page, my wife and I do something called Live from the Living Room. Little controversy erupted over last night's episode, and not over what was said, but what some people saw. Next.
Don't miss the Extra Funny podcast coming up at 9 a.m. Eastern. Live on the Ace and TJ Family app, or download anytime wherever you get podcasts. More Ace and TJ coming up.
When it's time for you to upgrade any of the furniture in your house, the first thing you need to do is check out Sweet Dreams Mattress and Furniture. You're going to love the people that run Sweet Dreams Mattress and Furniture. Go to acetj.com/mattress and find them. When it comes to buying or selling a house, there are all kinds of people that can help you do that, but not like the Temple team at Keller Williams Realty. They are so much more than just real estate salespeople. Find out by going to acetj.com/Temple team. If you want all of the heating, air, and electrical work in your house done by the very best, then you need Bradham Brothers. They've been a family business thriving for over 50 years, and that means they're doing something right. Go to BradhamBrothers.com.
Today, every company is a technology company, but becoming a fully enabled digital workplace is not easy. That's why you have CompuCom to guide you, a proven leader in managed IT services. They'll do more than just get you ready for today. They'll get you ready for tomorrow. Go to CompuCom.com for details.
Share Funny is now a little bit extra. Don't miss the Extra Funny podcast, live every weekday on the Ace and TJ Family app or anytime wherever you get podcasts. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
So every Thursday night on the Ace and TJ Facebook page, my wife and I do a show called Live from the Living Room. And it's like 20, 30 minutes or so, just cutting up, having fun with people. And a lot of it is just kind of back and forth and commentary and everything. But this was the first one of 2024 last night. And it's a lot of fun. We enjoy doing it. We usually just like grab a glass of wine, sit down and start, riffing. Anyway, so last night was a little bit unusual because my wife is a trainer. And in case you don't know, there's a 24-year age difference between me and my wife. She's 31, and she was teaching last night for the first time a hot yoga class. She loves hot yoga, hot Pilates, and it's one of those that, you go to like, it's 105 degrees or something like that in the room, and she's done a lot of personal training, but this was her first time teaching this particular class. And again, it's hot yoga, so you don't normally wear a lot. So she was teaching the class. While she was doing that, I was giving the baby a bath and do the whole bedtime routine and putting him to bed and everything. And she got home, right before it was time to do Live from the Living Room at 7:30 Eastern. And she was wearing a white workout outfit with not a small, just a workout top, bare midriff, and she just threw a coat over that and went to the workout place. And I don't know. It seems like that has been somewhat controversial, her outfit. She got a lot of compliments from ladies, but a lot of people are like, you need to cover up more before you do this on our Facebook page. And then there are guys who are like, I dropped a quarter. Can you bend over and pick it up?
Did you do it?
No, it wasn't me. It was
No. I mean, did you pick up the quarter for him?
There were a lot of, there was one guy in particular who just kept bombarding with,
Nasty comments.
Not nasty, but just like, that's funny.
What was it?
So, so you saw it, Rick. Did you think it was? I didn't think it was that big a deal.
It was more than normal.
Yeah, she just came right in, hair still in a ponytail. She just came right in, jumped on the couch. We did the thing, and got it done.
Yeah. And it is. I mean, it's a low cut top. I mean,
it is. It's a smaller workout top, but it's not something you wouldn't wear in a gym.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Well, I wouldn't either.
But would you describe it, if you didn't know her, you just saw her, Riggins? Would you describe it as what you normally would call boobs out?
Boobs out, or boobs out? No, not that much.
Not that much. Not like Alexis yesterday describing what she's going to be on her honeymoon.
No, it's not like that at all.
The way she described it sounded like everything was going to be out.
Yeah, on the beach of the Dominican.
Yeah, and this is not. That's
her goal, to let it all out. So.
No. What's funny is you drinking a glass of white wine.
Yeah,
I think that's more shocking.
What's wrong with that?
No, nothing.
No, what's wrong with a guy having a glass of white wine?
Nothing
if he's wearing an Hermes scarf.
You should be in that top, not her.
Okay, thanks.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
So if you want to see it, it's up on our still up on our Facebook page. The whole video's up on our Facebook page if you want to go check it out. At the Ace TJ Show on Facebook. Look, there are things in life you think when you're a kid, man, growing up is awesome. You get to do what you want, when you want. Well, there are some things that they don't tell you. Coming up next.
Get Ace and TJ anytime, anywhere, at your convenience with the Ace and TJ Show podcast. Available wherever you get podcasts. More Ace and TJ is next.
When it comes to your money and things like a cash out refi, you hear a lot of stuff these days. Information is flying around, but here's the bottom line. You want someone you can trust. Well, here is someone that we trust. Richard Toccato and the Richard Toccato Companies. We worked with Richard for years, and you know all the ins and outs, and more importantly, you give everybody options.
That's right. We have a lot of options. You know, this one lady, we just refinanced her house, paid off all of her credit card debts. She even paid her car off. She's saving $1,000 a month. So that really changes her life and her, you know, her financial well-being.
Yeah.
And she didn't have to make a house payment until 2024. So, I mean, there's not a better time to do it is when you need the extra money every month.
They call it cash out, is what we call it in the business.
Cash out.
Cash out.
That's right, cash out.
So it's one free 5-minute phone call right now, 704-800-4719, 704-800-4719, or go to homewithrichard.com. Do it today. You'll be so glad you did. The Richard Toccato Companies.
Meal delivery services are a big thing right now, but Table and Twine is your local meal delivery service. The meals are fresh, not frozen like national chains. Plus, their meals start at just $7.99 a serving. Take back that time in your day, leave the shopping, preparation, and cooking to Table and Twine. Get details at tableandtwine.com. That's tableandtwine.com.
Join the Stowe Family YMCA for the 2023 Fall Festival Family Game Night. It's a nostalgic night where board games come to life, featuring trunk or treat, arts and crafts, a bounce house, and more. It's Friday, October 27th, 5 to 7 p.m. at the Stowe Family YMCA. Get more information at gastonymca.org.
This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
You're just 15 minutes away from one of the highest rated segments of the Ace and TJ show. It's The Week in Review with Mr. Sexy Boy Rickens.
Who's lotioning up his face on.
Oh my God.
He's just a sexy boy.
What would happen if I did that?
If TJ
If I put hand lotion on my hands and then rubbed it all the way in and then touched my face, you would be able to fry an egg on it. Or you'd be able to fry chicken on it.
Be getting dry, man.
Oh, oof.
You can't help it.
I woke up the other morning, my pillowcase was bloody because my hands had cracked while I was sleeping, and from like my knuckles, and I had my hand under my pillow.
And you weren't scratching your knuckles or
No,
anything?
I just during the winter, like 2 months, my knuckles and like the backs of my hands are just bright red and crusty.
Wow.
You need
So
to get
gross.
some of that working man's hand lotion.
Yeah.
You seen that?
Uh-uh.
Yeah, it heals all that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it works.
That'd be nasty.
It's expensive though. It's like $10.
Oh. It's not so sexy when you hear all that, I guess. I'll be bleeding.
His hand would be cracking, would be bleeding. So there's an interesting survey that came out that said nearly 2 in 5 Americans, it's 39%, 39% of American adults have skipped a social event due to a skin flare-up. They surveyed thousands of people. And the majority of people pointed out they thought the skin flare-ups went away after your teenage years. You know, you thought that, and then you become an adult and realize, so that's not really how things work. But it was surprising that the majority of people said, I thought that was over once you quit being a teenager.
Yeah, I'm an adult acne sufferer. And yeah, they don't ever tell you that. Like once you get over it, you're good for a couple years. And then all of a sudden you just start getting pimples again. You're like, what in the hell is this?
I think I probably have about 4 a year. Four skin flare-ups a year.
Really?
Yep.
But it is
not
one of those things.
Not 5.
It is one of those things that you don't. They don't tell you. You don't know that. You don't think about that. Then you become an adult and go, well, they didn't tell me this was going to happen.
It sucks.
Or you could be lucky and have dry face like I do and not get acne, but you flake everywhere. So that's great too.
Be flaking.
Flaky.
Yeah, don't be talking about how flaky you be getting raw.
I mean, that's just another way God has touched me. I have oily skin, but I don't have the acne, which is what causes acne is oily skin.
But is there anything, TJ, that you think like, well, they didn't tell me about this? You know, do you become an adult and realize they didn't tell me this was going to be this way? Like somebody posted on our Facebook page that you can injure yourself while sleeping. And I know I've said that before, I'm kind of as a joke, but there was one time that I woke up and I thought this must be a sign. I was probably like 35, 36 or so. And I thought this must be a sign of getting older because my knee wasn't hurting when I went to bed. Why is it hurting now? Yeah. All I did was sleep. And I woke up and thought my knee didn't hurt last night. What? Did I hurt myself while I was sleeping?
Yeah. Nobody told me about the completely half back cramp that you can get when you stretch, like the whole, like up the whole side of your back and side along your rib cage, getting in a cramp that you can't get out.
I like this one.
Stretching.
Kate on our Facebook page said, nobody told me that after 35 years as a woman, I would need a pair of car tweezers. You always got to have a pair of tweezers in your car.
Get on that bird, that lady bird.
Ugh.
Is there anything, you're 36, Riggins?
Yeah.
Is there anything that's come up? You're like, nobody told me this about being an adult.
Yeah, I mean, like dry skin. Like I was, you didn't put lotion on when I was a kid, but now I'm like, I better put some lotion and lip balm on before I go to bed.
Or that you would be glad to see the rain.
Yeah, the rain.
Rob, is there anything that jumps into your mind at 38 that you realize that nobody told me about this?
I think just bills in general.
Bills in general?
Like how many of them there would be and how much each one of them was. Like I just thought it was, like one, you pay your house bill and you're done.
Because
your house bill.
How much is your house bill?
But Rob, your life now as a 38-year-old, isn't that different from your life when you were 16 or 18, right?
Right, it just costs more.
Because you just go to work, and then typically you go to work and then go home and play video games or board games every day.
That is true.
So he lives essentially the same life as he did 20 years ago.
And like I said, it's just more expensive now. That's it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, same childlike activities. They just cost more.
I don't know if that's cool or if that's a bad sign of lack of growth.
Hey, I like what I like.
Yeah, and since he's past the draft age now, I think it's safe for the rest of us.
As long as we're not having a kid on him.
Right.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
All right, we're going to wrap up everything that happened this week. Coming up next in the Week in Review.
Missed part of the show? Just download it. Get the Ace and TJ podcast on any platform. More of the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show is coming up.